Hi everyone, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, salam alaikum. I hope you're all well, fine, healthy, safe. एक बहुत ही serious issue पे बात करने आया हूँ. And of course it is not at all a negative video. It is going to be a very positive video, and me along with you are going to find out ways to produce another Ramanujan in the country of Aryabhatas, Bhaskaras, Brahmaguptas. On that note, let us get started. ये important है. We worked really hard for this. We have 252 selections out of 904 students who were selected to write INMO this year. And with some of the top scores, 78, 75, 60, we're all so proud. And we are working day and night with these students to make sure that the dream of INMO is also achieved. So 1 out of every 4 students who is going to write INMO is from Vedantu. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं आज का वीडियो. मेरे बारे में तुम जानते ही हो, एंड दिस इज हाउ यू कैन गेट इन टच विद मी. अभय 86 महाजन इज माई टेलीग्राम ID, and anything regarding this you can always put that in the chat. You can always share your views, you can always put comments on how we can improve, because this is one thing which I'm very serious about, and this is the reason we started Vedantu Olympiad School, not just to bring gold for the country. Of course, this is one of the aims, and this will always be one of the aims, to see India's rank in the top in International Math Olympiad, and in fact in anything in the world for that matter. But the main aim of this was to improve the level of mathematics across the entire India. And why I'm saying this is, we had found a lot of symptoms. बहुत सारे symptoms already दिखाई दे रहे थे because of the depreciating levels of mathematics amongst Indian students. And to give you some of the symptoms, the first being PISA, P-I-S-A. I'm not sure how many of you know about it, but it is a program for international student assessment. This is an exam which is conducted by one international body every 3 years across the world. पूरे वर्ल्ड में ये एग्जाम कंडक्ट होता है हर 3 साल के बाद. इंडिया लास्ट पार्टिसिपेटेड इन PISA in 2009. आउट ऑफ द 74 कंट्रीज, इंडिया वाज रैंक्ड 73. एग्जाम करता क्या है, किस चीज का एग्जाम है? सो दिस एग्जाम इज बेसिकली एन एग्जाम विच अ 15-year-old ऑफ अ कंट्री गिव्स. सो हर कंट्री से 15 साल बेसिकली स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ क्लास 9th 10th देते हैं. What they do is they select a random city in a country. वहाँ पे schools में जाके ये एग्जाम करवाते हैं. क्या होता है इस एग्जाम में? They check problem solving skills. They check the proficiency in language. They check the mathematics level. If you're given a new problem, are you able to solve those problems on your own? They do not check the memorization of fact. Memorization of facts नहीं है, मतलब facts जो होते हैं कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया की कैपिटल क्या है वो चेक नहीं करते हैं. They check the problem solving skills. This was a state in 2009. इसके बाद से Indian government decided not to participate in PISA thereafter. उसके बाद participate नहीं किया because the China was rank 1 from the last 3 times. 2000 से शुरू हुआ था, 2000, 2003, 2006, 2009. China had always been rank 1. India, this was a state. And again, this tells us about the nature of things which are there in India. The education system. I don't want to put the entire blame on them, but this is how the things are. Apart from this, the Mecca, the Olympiad of Mathematics, International Math Olympiad. India का जो position है over the years, of course it has improved. Last year was India's best rank, India's best performance in over 20 years. But अगर हम average rank निकालें इंडिया का, this rank is lower than even the countries like Iran, Vietnam, Thailand. Of course, I'm not even going to countries like China, Japan, US. वहाँ तो मैं जा ही नहीं रहा हूँ. I'm talking about the countries which are developing, जिनके साथ इंडिया का कंपैरिजन भी नहीं होता इकोनॉमिक टर्म्स में. उनके मैं पोजीशंस बता रहा हूँ. Iran 11-8, and then it has been at number 5, number 7, number 8, number 5, number 4. Vietnam rank 7, rank 4, rank 3, rank 2, rank 5. Right, so this is this is, we, of course, as Indians, we want to see India at the top. And of course, last year जो इंडिया का रैंक आया सिंगल डिजिट में, रैंक 9, ये पिछले 20 सालों में बेस्ट रैंक है. लास्ट 2002 में आया था, उसके बाद से हमेशा डबल डिजिट रहा है. एंड ऑफ कोर्स वी आर कीपिंग आवर फिंगर्स क्रॉस कि ये जो रैंक अभी अचीव कर लिया है, इसके बाद से ऊपर इट इज गोइंग टू बी एन अपवर्ड वे ओनली. बट अगेन, दिस इज द स्टेट. Then there are these reports by the leading organizations. 90% Indian aged 10 to 16 lack math skills. So of course, when we talk about math, it is not about memorization of a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. It is never about that. It is about, are you able to apply these formulas in the new questions which are getting asked to you? And most of the students are not able to. Also, if we talk about H index and D index, so what are these index? So they measure the capability of the scientists around the world on the basis of the papers that they published. H index, D index of top mathematicians around the globe, around the world. Among the top 50 mathematicians, only one is of Indian origin, not Indian origin. Out of the top 332 scientists and mathematicians, 17 are based in India, and that is less than 1%, guys. एक ऐसी country, 16% of the world population, less than 1% of the top mathematicians across the globe. In fact, the two Fields Medal are the Nobel Prize of Mathematics को Fields Medal बोलते हैं, जो इंडियन ओरिजिन लोगों को मिले हैं, डॉक्टर भार्गव एंड डॉक्टर वेंकटेश. They were also Indian origin because their families, one generation back, had shifted to Canada and Australia respectively. तो उन लोगों को ये Fields Medal मिले हैं. तो कहने को Indian origin है, but again their families had shifted to other countries one generation back. We have not been able to produce another Ramanujan, guys. There was a time when number theory was synonymous to Ramanujan. Number theory का मतलब Ramanujan. So this was the kind of effect this great mathematician had. And not too long ago, it was 70 odd years back. But what has changed? ऐसा क्या हुआ है that after 70 years, after independence, the land of Aryabhatta, the land of Brahmagupta, the land of Ramanujan has not been able to produce one more Ramanujan. Of course, we have to look deeper. There are serious issues. हमें और deep देखना चाहिए and देखना पड़ेगा. Because this is one serious issue. This is something which is not getting addressed. We have a lot of Indians who are ruling the companies, all the top companies of the world, Fortune 500 companies, उनमें जितने भी management है, CEOs position पे या management position पे, सारे Indians बैठे हुए हैं. But again, this is one area we have not been able to improve. We have not been able to improve. We have not been able to produce one more Ramanujan from India. And this is one issue which has to be addressed. What are the reasons? क्या problems हैं? I was seeing a lot of the chats before the session, and a lot of you had mentioned some of the reasons, and of course I was able to relate with them. Now, some of the reasons that we've been able to identify, and this is not an exhaustive list, is India's education. We prefer jack of all trades to master of none. हम चाहते हैं कि बच्चा ना हर सब्जेक्ट में मीडियोकर हो जाए, किसी एक सब्जेक्ट में एक्सेल ना करे. अगर उसको मैथ्स अच्छा लगता है ना, तो मैथ्स थोड़ा कम करवा दो, साइंस भी पढ़ा दो. इंग्लिश में भी अच्छे आना चाहिए, हिंदी में भी अच्छे नंबर आने चाहिए. You should also be able to do very well in social science. And this is one problem that we have to address. I know a lot of parents, a lot of students in Vedantu Olympiad School, a lot of parents are backing their children's mathematical skills. They know that their child is a genius, prodigy, and are backing themselves. They're backing their children. They're asking their children not to focus on other subjects and just to focus on maths. But that number is thin. And of course, this is the education. Again, the children, the parents are not at fault. सबको 95% चाहिए बोर्ड्स के अंदर, सबको they all know the importance of scoring very well marks, good marks in board exams for I don't know whatever reasons. The other thing is the competitive exams like JEE and of course the coaching centers. Coaching centers, they start preparing for JEE from as early as class 6th. Class 6th. I have been IITian myself and मुझे ये पता है कि आज के टाइम पे भी 2 years are more than enough for any person having strong basics to get into IIT. 2 साल बहुत ज़्यादा हैं किसी भी ऐसे बच्चे के लिए जिसके strong basics हैं and average basics भी हैं. 2 years are more than enough. What happens is, along the way, when the child starts getting into that JEE mindset, he becomes a robo. So basically, coaching centers are making children robos, mechanical, and killing the creativity. Of course, this is not true for everyone. I tend to take a lot of classes, Olympiad classes for class 6, class 7, class 8, 9, 10th भी होता है, 11, 12th भी होते हैं बच्चे उसमें. And let me be very honest, the amount of creativity I've seen in class 6, 7th, 8th students is humongous. If I tell them, if I take out the formula from them, formula हटा देता हूँ, उनको बोलता हूँ खुद से formula derive करो. The creative ideas that they give is out of the world, guys. Beyond comparison. And I learn more from the students of class 6, 7th, 8th myself than the students of class 11th and 12th. Because वहाँ पर वो रोबो वाली चीज़ आ चुकी होती है. 6th, 7th, 8th में it is the raw. And let me be very honest, and this is for all the teachers also. The amount of talent that we have in India is immense. We just need good harnessers. And it is the right time to harness the amount of talent from the students of grade 6th and 7th and 8th, and let us not make them robos. Let us not kill the creativity by giving them the usual formulas and questions to do. Let us try to, ask them to create their own formulas. And again, the results which we are seeing at Vedantu Olympiad School, you are going to get amazed by seeing those results. The creativity जो 6th, 7th, 8th के students के अंदर होती है, अभी हमने 5th, 4th अभी शुरू किया है, and next year of course we are going to get deeper into that also, is out of the world. You as teachers, me or us as teachers are learning a lot from these students. 6th, 7th, 8th के बच्चों से बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, because जिस तरीके से वो problem को approach करते हैं, because they don't have any idea about any concept, is mind boggling. Amazing to see. And of course, there is this lack of Olympiad that we keep on talking about on this channel. The real Olympiads, the ones which are conducted by Government of India or any good mathematical association, are very less because they're tough. Most people associate Olympiads with some private, Olympiad bodies, and that is one of the other reasons of this poor state. And of course, one of the important points is the college opportunities. So lack of college opportunities for the students who do well in mathematics. I'm talking about the good colleges, the best colleges. So what happens is, there is a system of competitive exams in India, which is of course not going to go away because population बहुत ज़्यादा है, and as long as we're not able to fill that divide, supply of good teachers, good colleges versus the supply of good students, the competitive exams are going to be, are going to stay. There's a competitive exam which happens in China, another populous country, गाँव. India के अंदर competitive exams कभी भी खत्म नहीं होने वाले. And the students who do well in mathematics, of course there are good college opportunities, but again only for the top 30 students who do well till the INMO level. The top 30 के लिए तो of course there are a lot of colleges, ISI, CMI, IIT Bombay, then we have Triple IIT Hyderabad, IIT Gandhinagar, a lot of. But again, what about the students who sort of do well in level 2, RMO, level 1, who do very well? There has to be certain sense of security, because if a child is worrying about getting into a good college in class 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, he's not going to focus or enjoy the beauty of mathematics, which we expect him to. So these are the 4 major reasons. Of course, the list is not exhaustive, but the major reasons which are being identified by us is this, of course. Now, what is happening in the West as comparison to India? US के अंदर क्या हो रहा है, and how are they treating the good mathematicians in the country? The largest employer of mathematicians in the US is National Security Agency. This is how they're valuing the mathematicians. This is how they're valuing the statisticians in the country, the PhD scholars. Not only this, 2018 US Army, they set up Army Futures Command, AFC, in 2018, and this had around 20,000 personals. And again, ये आर्मी मैन नहीं थे, कि 20,000 लोग जो US आर्मी के अंदर इंडक्ट हुए हैं, US आर्मी, ऑफिशियल US आर्मी, they are the mathematicians, they are the statisticians, they are the coders, they are the people who have done PhD in mathematics. And what are they actually doing? They are actually, regularly getting deployed with the army units around the world to solve their problems on the spot. Because abhi AI aa gaya, boss. Abhi tech hai. It is not about the hardware. It is about the tech. How can you employ tech to win wars? This is the need of the hour. And this is how the mathematicians in the West are getting valued. India mein, of course, we cannot compete with, other countries, big countries on hardware. But we can compete with big countries with the kind of talent that we have. And this needs to get harnessed, guys. ये harness करने का ज़रूरत है, because इतना immense talent है, and इसको अगर ख़त्म किया जा रहा है, और जो ख़त्म हो रहा है, which is getting, destroyed because of that, robo killing of creativity, इसको अगर रोक दिया जाए, it is, मतलब time is not far when we are going to see a lot of Ramanujans coming out of this amazing country. And this has to set right. और ये हम अकेले नहीं कर सकते हैं. We cannot do this alone. We are doing our bit. जितना कोशिश हो रहा है हम कर रहे हैं. पूरी टीम लगी हुई है. We are trying to spread awareness, and there are other people also across YouTube, across other companies who are doing the same wonderful job again. But more needs to be done. The awareness has to spread quickly. And तुम लोग जो ब्रांड एम्बेसडर्स हो, जो इन तरह के चैनल्स को फॉलो करते हो, be it parents, be it teachers, be it students, they need to ensure that they spread these kind of Olympiad, these kind of things to as many people as they can, because we need to stop killing of creativity. We need to stop it as soon as we can. Now, what are the solutions? Of course, as I mentioned, the idea was never about, creating a negative video, because of course this is, Ramanuja's birth week, one of the greatest mathematicians ever, born on earth. And again, not only Indians, but the whole world is proud of him, his achievements, his work. So what are the solutions to this? Of course, we all know what the solutions are. And of course...
what is problem solving? Well, you see a problem, you have no idea about what method you have to come up with, and then you use your own independent thinking without discussion with anyone, without looking up any problem, without searching for it in Google, and then through your independent effort, you try to tackle, even if partially, the problem. That is real problem solving. Like, you may acquire a large amount of problem solving even without doing completely a single problem, but through an honest effort towards tackling different kinds of problems. Unless you do this, you are not learning problem solving. And if you do not learn problem solving in the context of mathematics, you are never going to learn problem solving. I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little bit rude, but this is what it is. I know this for a fact because this is exactly the mistake that I did right from my class 1 to my class 9. It was only in class 9 when my school teacher, bless him, God give him all the blessings that is possible, he introduced me to these Olympiad type of problems, and I basically understood that I had not learned maths at all. I simply had not learned maths in all those 8-9 years. It was only when I started doing those kinds of things that I realized that I had to learn how to learn maths afresh. So people who are committing the same kind of mistakes that I did, like learning different kinds of methods and just trying to map those methods to the various categories of problems, please change your habits. This is not the way that you go about learning maths. So yes, sure, you have to learn different methods, you have to learn different things, but after a certain stage, you have to understand that you have to come up with your own strategies. You have to come up like addressing problems completely on your own.
So this is one video I came across very recently, and of course I'll be sharing his channel also. He's a professor from IIT Kharagpur, and he makes amazing videos with the amazing content. And I'll share the link of his channel also in this video also in the description later on after the session gets over. And you should actually see this. And again, the point he was trying to make was how we are going wrong. How as a system we are going wrong. What are we doing wrong? किस तरीके से हमें मैथ्स पढ़ रहे हैं. So again, as he mentioned, there are a set of problems. There are a set of solutions. ये सिखा दिए जाते हैं, ये पता है, और हम मैथ्स द कॉलम कर रहे हैं कि ये वाला मेथड इस प्रॉब्लम पे लगा दो, ये वाला मेथड इस प्रॉब्लम पे लगा दो, ये वाला मेथड इस. This is not problem solving. Problem solving is when you are able to solve a problem on your own without knowing the formula. Problem solving is, are you able to create the formula for 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n is n into n plus 1 by 2 without knowing it. This is problem solving. This brings out the creativity. And we are killing this creativity by telling the formulas to the students first and then asking them to apply that formula in the questions. ये mathematics नहीं है. It was never supposed to be this way. It has never been this way. Your parents never studied like this. We never studied like this. You are studying like this, and this is something which is very wrong. And I feel sorry for you guys. I feel sorry for you because this is how you are getting taught mathematics. A square minus b square is a plus b, a minus b. Find 23 square minus 17 square. कोई भी कर लेगा ये. This is not mathematics. Right, so the problem solving skills, how to think independently is what we need to teach to the students. And this is what this professor from IIT Kharagpur was talking about. Of course, we are doing our bit. So what are the solutions? One of the best solutions, the foremost solutions is to be able to teach problem solving skills to the students, to inculcate this habit of problem solving and not to apply the formula. Formula hata do. And this is what we teach. This is what I tell to my students in the first class. If you do not know how to prove it, do not use it. If you do not know how a plus b plus c is 180 degrees, you cannot use this in question. Because अगर बच्चों ने ये सीख लिया कि अगर चीज का प्रूफ नहीं पता है एंड उसको कैसे अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, खुद से डिराइव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, दे आर ऑटोमेटिकली गोइंग टू लर्न प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट. You need time. We need time to teach the problem solving skills to students. The students need time to inculcate this habit. They don't have to be impatient. And again, I'm sorry to say, but very few teachers are actually teaching the problem solving skills to the students. And this needs to improve. This has to improve. The other way is, of course, if you're able to introduce the Olympiads. When I say Olympiads, the good mathematics contests, the ones which are conducted by the Mathematics Teachers Association, MTAI, AMTI, NMTCs, the IOQMs. These Olympiads, not the private ones. Of course, not to say there are certain good private Olympiads also, but these are the ones wherein the child actually learns problem solving, सीखता है. Because इसमें जो questions आते हैं वो direct formula based नहीं होते हैं. They're never formula based. इसमें बच्चा खुद से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग सीखता है, बिकॉज दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन जो उसको पहले नहीं दिखाई दे रहे हैं. सो दीज आर द टू थिंग्स जो हमारे हाथ में है. हम पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जी जान से लगे हुए हैं, शिद्दत से लगे हुए हैं, टू मेक श्योर दैट द स्टूडेंट्स वी आर एबल टू टीच द फर्स्ट टू थिंग्स. द थर्ड, which is not in our hands. And of course, I request the government, I request the authorities to give the college more college going opportunities to students who are doing well in mathematics. Because जब तक वो competitive exam की तलवार लटकी रहेगी, the children are never going to focus. They're never going to be focus on getting good at mathematics. They're going to focus on competitive exams, clearing those competitive exams, and they mostly are formula based. So of course, the good part is there are a lot of college going opportunities for the students who clear INMO, but that is limited to top 30 students only, or top 60, whatever the criteria is. But again, apart from this has to be extended to other students also. Right? So probably the students who are able to clear RMO to a certain level, अगर एक बार कॉलेज की सिक्योरिटी मिल जाती है किसी भी स्टूडेंट को at any level, of course he gives all in. वो मैथ्स के ऊपर जी जान निछार कर देता है. एंड दैट माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स इज द राइट वे. दैट इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस मोर रामानुजन्स in the country. Of course, I know no authority is going to watch, but again, it is your responsibility. You are all the brand ambassadors of mathematics, of these exams, and that is why मैंने पहले ही mention किया था, it is not only us. हम अपनी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, but again, that is not enough, and that is why this video, if you are able to spread this video across different people, across different segments, it will be a great help. Across different teachers, it will be a great help, and this is what we hope. Till these three things happen, India is never going to produce another Ramanujan, which is going to be sad reality for India, for a great country like India. But I'm sure the things are improving. बहुत सारे लोग अब problem solving skills पे focus कर रहे हैं. A lot of teachers are actively promoting these kind of Olympiads, but the number is less. I'm sure with coming time, coming age, this number is definitely going to improve. Also guys, of course, this is what we do at Olympiad School. This is the kind of testimonials that we get from the students, and it is never about making students clear a particular exam. हमें सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी तब मिलती है जब बच्चा बोलता है कि सर एग्जाम क्लियर हुआ नहीं हुआ, बट अगेन सोचना आ गया. This is the greatest happiness we get. The kind of messages that we give, again, it brings tears to our eyes. They are so emotionally written, very well written, again, और दिल से लिखे जाते हैं. And this is something that we are more proud of. Of course, apart from the students who, are able to write INMO, clear RMO, clear IOQM, this is much more important and dear to us. कि सर जो भी हुआ, जैसा भी हुआ, सोचना आ गया. I performed to the best of my capabilities. I performed to the best of my abilities, and again I came out with a smile. And this is something which gives us tremendous happiness. And we are so proud of this thing that we've inculcated over the years. Now guys, of course I'm not going to end this video abruptly. मैं यहाँ पर एक और opportunity देने वाला हूँ for the students of class 6, 7th, 8th, 9th, particularly वो बच्चे जो पहली बार Olympiads को experience कर रहे हैं. And again, I request everyone to spread this to as many students as possible, because we are coming up with a wonderful camp for these students. A camp for 6th and 7th students, another camp for 8th and 9th students. So it's a very starting camp, because we are going to teach them how to learn things. 3 lecture का course है. It is going to be taken by me, Rajit sir, and Chetan sir. And Rajit sir, we all know, is from ISI Kolkata, and it's a student. It's for the camp of students of class 8th and 9th. We are going to teach how to learn, because अगर मैंने इन lectures के अंदर उनको सीखना, सोचना सिखा दिया, तो वो बच्चा खुद से ultimately चीजें करना सीख जाएगा. And this is what we actually do at Vedantu Olympiad School. We make students learn on their own. We tell them strategies how to be independent of the teachers. And अगर वो एक भी subject के अंदर इस तरह से कर सकते हैं, they are able to apply this to all the other subjects. So the camp price is 29 rupees. It's a 3 lecture camp, and this is the lecture schedule. Lecture 1 is Playing with Numbers by Chetan Sir, 29th December, 11 a.m. Lecture 2 is Logic and IQ Building. It is going to be taken by Rajat Sir, 30th December, 11 a.m. And Lecture 3 is 31st December. It is going to be taken by me, and it is going to be on mathematics. So again, the focus is going to be on how to learn things, how to study mathematics as such. And so you can always apply to this. The link are there in the description box. There is another camp for 6th and 7th students. As I say, हमें सबसे ज़्यादा जो मज़ा आता है वो इन बच्चों से इंटरेक्ट करने को आता है, because they are raw. इनकी क्रिएटिविटी अलग लेवल पे होती है, and they teach us so many things. And of course, this is something जो हमने इस बार पहली बार 6th 7th के स्टूडेंट से इंटरेक्ट करना, 6th क्लास के स्टूडेंट से इंटरेक्ट करना शुरू किया, and the experience has been wonderful. It has been mind blowing. And again, ये चीज़ हम छोड़ेंगे नहीं. यहाँ से क्रिएटिविटी हम डेवलप कराते रहेंगे, एंड जितने बच्चों को हम इस लाइन के अंदर लेकर आएंगे उतनी हमारी उपलब्धि रहेगी. So this is another camp for 6th and 7th, and this is also being taken by me, Rajat Sir and Chetan Sir. The price is 29 rupees. The same lectures. Of the content is going to be different, but the name of the lecture is going to be same. Right, so this is a 3-lecture camp that you can always join, and if possible, spread this to as many students as possible, because to produce Ramanujans, we have to start from as early as class 6th, and we need to make sure that they do not kill their creativity. Q&A, if there are any questions, you can put that on the comments. You can write them, you can put them on the chat right now, and if I'm able to see any good question, of course, I'll be answering. Also, it will be helpful if you can share your comments about the video, the thought, the problems, the solutions. If there are any more solutions that you can think of, or any more problems that you can think of, you can put that in the comment section. I would surely participate in that discussion, and let us see if we can give some meaning to this video and discussion. Right, so let me show you. एक बार मैं दिखा देता हूँ. For those who are interested in the camp. So this is the video. So 6th, 7th का this is same camp, and 8th, 9th का same camp. So if you are in class 7th, you can probably यहाँ पर log in कर सकते हो, buy course, and 29 rupees is something that you have to pay, and you can of course register through any of these options. For class 8th and 9th, there is another common camp, and this is the page, buy course, and these are the payment options that you can use. Yes, so it was lovely interacting with you all guys. अच्छा लगा, like कर दो वीडियो को, and do comment करना, live chat में मत लिखना, whatever your views are, and I'll definitely participate in that discussion. Take care, God bless you, bye everyone.